Your home just came off the market unsold, and now you're feeling confused, a bit disappointed, and maybe even a little frustrated. If that's true, this video was specifically made for you. And before you click away, let me be very clear about something. I'm not here to pressure you to relist your home, and I'm not here to try to convince you of anything, and I'm definitely not here to try to tell you that you've done something wrong, because it's not your fault. Honestly, it might not even be your agent's fault. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to explain exactly why. But first, I could probably guess what the past few weeks and months have looked like. Constantly having to keep your home spotless, ready for the next showing. Showing notifications coming at the very worst times. And last minute cancellations that make you want to scream through the phone. Do you know what I had to do to get this home ready for this showing? And now you're going to cancel last minute? And every single week you hear the same vague feedback. It's just not the right fit. It's not the right timing. Buyers are just getting started. But here's what you've never got. Clarity. A real explanation of why your home didn't sell. And now you're probably wondering, why was it that other homes that were similar to mine, priced more than mine, with less features and benefits than my home had to offer? Why did those sell while mine sat on the market? That's what I'm going to explain right now. So I'm going to say something that most realtors won't, not because they're bad people, but because 99% of all real estate agents have never been trained on what I'm about to show you. Your home didn't fail to sell because of the market. It failed to sell because of how the market perceived it. And that's because most agents don't understand something called market perception. That's the real reason your home failed to sell. Let me explain. Here's the truth that most homeowners, such as yourself, never get told. Two very similar homes can have vastly different outcomes. You've probably seen this yourself. One home sells extremely quickly, over the asking price, while another home that's very similar in features, location, it's priced very similar, and it fails to sell at all. Why? Because like I mentioned, there's only a small portion of real estate agents who understand market perception. And once you understand how this works, everything that happened with your listing will all start to make sense. I'm about to show you something that most homeowners have never seen and most agents have never been trained on. This is the old way of selling homes, which is what 99% of all real estate agents are still using today. 1. List it high to test the market. 2. Wait for the buyer feedback. 3. Drop the price later. 4. Hope the next showing is the one. And if that doesn't work, just keep chasing the market, lowering the price again and again and again until finally a buyer decides to bite. And when you compare that with this new strategy and you use market perception to your advantage, here's what happens. Your home doesn't have to sit on the market for a long time attracting tire kickers. It sells fast with a lot less stress and in most cases for more money than what most homeowners actually want for their home. Here's how it works. Step 1 is something called active buyer targeting. Before a home ever hits the market, I analyze the active buyers right now, not buyers from 3, 6, 9 months ago, and not this theoretical buyer, but what's happening in the marketplace as we speak. These are real buyers shopping for homes right now. I study their demographics, their behavior, and their expectations. I look at what they're willing to pay and what they're currently avoiding. This tells me exactly who this home should be marketed to, and when you ask most agents how they plan to market your home for sale, they always give you some plain vanilla answer like, I'm going to post it on social media, I'm going to put it on hundreds of websites, I'm going to put it on Zillow, Realtor.com, etc. But they're never able to give you actual specifics. Number 2 is something called a supply and demand audit. Most agents glance at the comparable home sales and then guess at some arbitrary price. A real supply and demand audit shows us where the real opportunity is in the market right now. And when done correctly, your home is positioned as the obvious choice rather than just relying on hope. That's how your home sells faster and for more money. Step 3 is a property positioning inspection, otherwise known as a PPI. And if you ask most agents to see a PPI report before they list your home, they'd look at you and say, I have no idea what you're talking about. This is where I analyze every single property that you would be competing with. I look at their pricing strategy, their time on market, buyer activity, their home's features and condition, and I provide you with a report that shows you exactly how this impacts the strategy that we will use to get your home sold. Step 4 is price bracketing. Think about how buyers actually search for homes online. They don't search exact prices, they search in ranges. So price bracketing is a strategy that allows me to put your home in front of buyers that have multiple different search criteria. This is something that 99% of agents don't understand how to do correctly. But when you do, it can double the amount of buyer exposure on your home. Step 5 is creating urgency, and this part is crucial. Most agents make a huge mistake when they list homes by opening it up to just showing the property to anybody, with no structure and no system. To sell your home for a premium, urgency must be created. Here's an example that everybody can understand. Imagine you're on this long road trip. You're exhausted. You stop at a hotel that says vacancy. You walk in to find out that there's only one room left. It's a little more expensive than you planned, but it's exactly what you were hoping for. Then 3 more people walk in that are also looking for a room. Before they even reach the counter, you turn around and say, "I'll take it." Why? Urgency. That's exactly how I approach selling homes. I use specific strategies to cluster showings as well as grand opening events to create buyer urgency, so we don't leave your home selling up to chance. And when done correctly, buyers feel urgency. And when they do, they act quickly. They're willing to pay more than when there's no urgency created. Whether or not you decide to relist your home now or sometime in the future is of course your decision. But here's my promise to you. You should never relist your home without clearly understanding what's going to be done different the second time around. And if an agent cannot clearly explain that, obviously nothing changes. And by now you can probably see that there were certain strategies not used that should have been used to get your home sold. And so it's totally up to you, but here's how I can help. After watching this video, you feel like there would be genuinely some value in having a conversation about number 1, what specifically kept your home from selling? And number 2, how some of these strategies that I've introduced to you in this video would help get your home sold? I would be happy to have a conversation. No sales pitch, no pressure, just a real conversation to give you real answers. If you'd like to do that, feel free to call or text the number right underneath this video. You can pick a day and a time that works best for you. And if not, I hope this video at least opened your eyes to some ideas that there are strategies, there are tactics, and there are things that can still be done to produce a buyer for your home. And regardless of what you end up deciding, I genuinely wish you all the best in your journey ahead.